Welcome to Tools, Tech, and Gear. I'm Seth. I'm in my small shop where I'm setting up a CNC machine to do some work, and I realized very quickly I'm going to have a dust collector. So I purchased the Dustopper Pro. This goes on top of a bucket, and it is essentially a cyclone that reduces or removes the dust so it doesn't go to your shop vac and fill up the filter and the bag. Now, I was hoping to install the more traditional dust spin down cyclone, but sadly it's too tall for the cabinet I'm wanting to use. So I purchased this one. Let me bring you in closer here and we will pull this out of the box and connect it to the bucket and run a dust collecting test. This is not a sponsored video. I did buy this on Amazon, so I will have a link to it in the description down below. A couple of 90s, but they are sweeping or wide 90s, so hopefully that will not reduce the airflow much at all. So those will be used. I've got what looks like to be about a 2.5 foot hose there, and I believe that's your standard 2.5 inch. Let's see, some documentation, but also a gasket that we'll have to use. And then here is the dust stopper itself. So the concept is that it will pull in the dust with the shop vac. Once it hits the plastic piece, this one right here, it just falls down into the bucket. So also it's got these tabs on the side, so you don't have to force this off the bucket. You just snap those and it hopefully will come right off. So very cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this thing together. So inside of the bag, there is a gasket. Now, I've watched other videos and they say, do not stretch this whatsoever. So we're just gonna be placing it into the slot around here. After reading the instructions, it says to put the flat side of the gasket up. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's just start, I don't know, some random spot. And I'm going to just press this in here, making sure the flat side stays up. All right, there you go. I feel like that came together pretty good. So they also included this little block of wood that you can use to make sure that the gasket is pressed down all the way into that slot. I'm going to take the Dustopper Pro and I'm going to put it on top of this bucket. I don't guess it really matters which direction. All buckets should be the same here. So just clip this in with these on the side. There we go. Nice. Okay, now, based on the little one-page instruction manual here, the right here on the side, it says pick up hose, and that's going to be going out to whatever you're going to use to pick up. So for instance, I just got some more of this shop vac hose I'm going to use to suck up. But here on the top, that's where you're going to connect to your shop vac itself. So I'm going to take one of those sweeping 90s and place that into the top here. There we go, just like that. And then this little hose, I'm going to connect to my shop vac. So just get this hooked in there. And now, let me show you, I took the bag out and cleaned out the base of my shop vac. And the filter, it's not new, but it's also clean enough, I feel like. So that will give us an idea of if stuff, dust and what have you, gets down into the shop vac. Okay, so this right here will then go into the side of the shop vac. Very good. Set that over to the side. And I've got some dust that I've collected here around the shop, so we can use this hose on this side to pick that up. I was cutting some MDF, and so I have some of this very, very light powder, and we'll see how well that sucks up into the Dustopper Pro. I also have this bigger stuff over here that we will try out as well, and we'll see if one or the other ends up getting to the shop vac, or if it all ends up down here in the bucket, which is the hope, to fill up this and not that. All right, I have my hose attached. Hopefully you can see up here well enough. I'm going to turn the shop vac on and slowly pull all of this in, and then we will turn the shop vac off, look in the bucket, look in the shop vac, and see what type of collection we've got in both of those tanks. So, all right, here we go. Well, first thing I noticed is that you have to suck up a lot of material at once to be able to even see it spinning around in here. So there on that last clip, I just like laid to it and got that whole pile cleaned up. So, okay, let's open up this and then the shop vac and see if any of the dust made it over there. I saw very little, if any, of the dust getting over to that, the size over here. So anyway, let's see what we get, okay? I'm going to pop the clamps on the side so we can pick this up, and voila, we've got a bunch of dust in there, as you would expect. Ugh. I'm already seeing some static clinging to the side, so we'll have to keep that in mind. This system does come with a grounding clip, and so that may be something that we can use to hopefully keep that static from being an issue. All right, and now let's open up the shop vac over here. Yeah, nothing. So awesome. This does boast that it will pretty much stop everything from getting over there. So far, so good. All right, let's go ahead and get this bigger stuff, and then we'll check it again to see if anything gets over here. Okay, now that I have that pile pulled up, let's go ahead and check in here again. Yep, as you'd expect, lots of dust. A lot of that dust is flying back out, so it is statically charged. Okay, I'll have to see how I want to ground this thing, because that may be an issue to have that much static. Okay, now let's check the shop vac and see what we get in there. Yeah, once again, totally empty. No chunks of any kind. Okay, well, I'm impressed. And there we have it. A first look at the Dustopper Pro. To be honest with you, this is the first dust collecting system I've ever worked with, and I'm impressed. So now I know you can get really nice, expensive dust collecting systems, but what did I pay for this? 60 bucks maybe? 40? I can't even remember at this point, but yes, this is going to be exactly what I need for my CNC setup. So yeah, in the future I may do another video doing a comparison between the other Cyclone and this. But for now, this will fit so well in the cabinet that I'm looking to put it in. How tall is this? Where's the tape measure? Okay, so whenever I have the bucket plus the shop vac hose here, and if I were to measure how tall this is, from the ground up to here, about 21 inches. So yeah, way better than what it was before. Let me show you what that was going to be like. So before I had this more traditional Cyclone, and let's say the bucket matched right there, you're looking at what, easily a foot and a half more space in a cabinet. So that was just not going to work. Okay, well, that's all I got for you. I bought this on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to check it out. But from my very first attempt at using this, easy to install, catches all the dust, nothing made it over here. Now, I'm still going to keep my filter and my bag attached over here for maybe the super fine stuff that may get in there. But I think for the most part, this right here will catch what my CNC puts out. I'm Seth with Tools, Tech, and Gear, and I will see you in the next video.